Hi, how are you today? I'm here to talk about our new syllabus and, of course, most importantly, talk about the papers that I'll be teaching this semester. As you are aware, I've already embraced all my CPA trainings through an online or virtual platform. Yes, I don't think I'll ever step back to any physical classroom. Now, somebody may be wondering, is it really possible for a student to study any CPA course like these technical courses, advanced financial reporting, advanced financial management, leadership and management, through an online platform and get to pass in round one? Yes, truth be told, online classes are more effective than physical classroom setups. You can't compare the two. There is no way you should be able to compare the two. Currently, we have had a reduced duration to cover our syllabuses. We have basically exactly 3 months, to be precise, to finish the syllabus and revise. So if you're going, for example, for some physical classroom setup, where, for example, a paper like advanced financial reporting is being taught twice in a week. Twice in a week, how long will you take, for example, as a teacher to teach advanced financial reporting? Group consolidation, to be precise. Group consolidation alone will take you like 2 months, trust you me. Before you hit group consolidation, you are hitting straight away on group cash flows, etc. 2 months will be over. And then now all the other papers, you'll realize that most teachers will be in a rush to clear the syllabus. But should you join, for example, our online model, where we are able to give you access to our blended learning. And our blended learning, basically we give you videos, right, covering the full syllabus, right? And then at the end of the day, we shall be able to allow you to attend our live Zoom classes, With these videos, of course, a bright student will be able to run through the syllabus quite faster. Of course, given that you have these videos, you can easily create more time, like watch them over the night. These are videos that are available to you in 24/7. You can wake up. Some of us at times, in this case here, we get even some trouble sleeping beyond 3 a.m. in the morning. You can wake up at that time and they get to watch videos. And then, of course, once a teacher comes for live sessions, ours, basically during the Zoom live sessions, will be to ask you guys, hey, if it is in leadership and management, did you watch a video on the classical management theories? If you watched, then here I will be now on the live class, basically to look at the past paper questions that we shall be able to discuss between ourselves, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this new syllabus that we have with us is a game changer. Of course, you can listen to some subjects. They have really been expanded. The way to go is to study online. And study online with the people who have been in the online platform for the longest. Remember, for us, for those online followers of mine who have been following Mwalimu here, I started online classes over 7 years ago. Mine was not a corona thing, right? So you've got all the experience that is needed to be able to deliver a pass to you on round one. We don't want to go round two, right? So it's important that you get to join us. And the moment you join us, ladies and gentlemen, then everything will be will be okay. So I would want to give you this opportunity to ask a few questions here and there. Please, you can type them. It's good that you are with me tonight. I take it as a privilege. It's not easy to have somebody, in this case here, creating time to watch this thing. I take this as a privilege. Great. So I can see Patricia, I can see Brian, they're watching. I can see Sylvia Mwangi, which is very good. Great. So if you've got questions about the new syllabus, kindly don't hesitate to talk to us. We shall be able to address all those issues. But the message that I brought to you here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the way to go is to have a classroom, a CPA classroom in your pocket. In your pocket. A classroom that you can go anytime you're free. Whenever you get like 5 minutes, you can simply flip your videos through and watch something. For example, when you are doing something of a lunch hour, or rather if you're not doing much of a lunch hour, instead of going and hitting somewhere, just relaxing for a whole hour, you can just eat your lunch very fast, say in 20 minutes, and then you create like 40 minutes here to simply watch a video, right? That really works magic. So I'm here to basically preach one message. The message is embrace online education, CPA education, and you will never ever go wrong. You'll never go wrong. So I can see Douglas Ondieki, my friend, saying that he wants to take CFE papers, right? Certified Fraud Examiners papers. Quite a powerful course. But unfortunately, we are not offering that for now. We're not offering that for now. Right now, our online platform is a CPA. Platform. Great. Hi, Ibrahim. Great. So things are really changing. Look at, for example, last semester. Ladies and gentlemen, I had over 150 students doing advanced financial management with me online. Advanced financial management with me online. And then, of course, my physical classes, I had less than 30 students. So meaning that everybody has already hit on this runway of online studies. People are embracing more online. Abiba said, Mwalimu, I want to give back to community some of what I got from you. Thank you very much, Habiba. I hope you still have my number. You can put forward your proposal and we shall be able to know how, in this case, you will be able to be of help, especially to my online learners, perhaps in terms of giving out a scholarship to Mwalimu Aura's students who will be studying with us online. Ibrahim says he's an ACCA student, which is very good. Myself, I'm a member of ACCA and ISPAC, right? So Ibrahim, if you are able to join me, of course, at the moment, we don't really have those ACCA classes, but if you are able to talk to me, I'm so sure I've got quite a lot of materials and support that we can give to you, Ibrahim. ACCA, of course, is a very superior course. I know ACCA is a very superior course. I know, but I'll be having a different platform to talk about that. Here we are talking about CPA and why people need to join the online platform. So like I can see Babaline Mek saying, hi Mwalimu, today we had the PFT, Public Finance and Taxation class, and it was great. Thank you very much, Mr. Owino, by the way, who teaches this paper PFT at RCM Online College, taught me personally. And I can assure you that that guy is unparalleled. So in this case here, he's a great teacher. Thank you very much. Great. So Baba Lynn, please ensure that you spread that gospel. Out there. Let no one cheat you. This physical classroom setup, trust you me, is not something that is sustainable. Whatever fees, of course, you pay, even if it is us, most of it, if it's for physical classroom, we have those overheads to look at. For me, at this online platform, because I've decided to go the online way 100%, whatever you pay us, which is about 50% of what these physical classroom students pay, I shall be able to put most of it into the welfare of teachers. So I can assure you that I'll be able to get the best of the very best, in this case here, to do what here? To train you. So it is the way to go. Please embrace online. You will never, ever go wrong. Amir Adan, hi, how are you? Yeah, I can see so many students of mine that I taught long time ago, like Tele Alfred, watching. I also need to do ACCA. How can you help me? Yeah, these are things that we need to be discussing, especially if you have done your CPA and cleared. It's very important that you hit the road of ACCA. ACCA has got two levels. We have the foundation and the fundamental and the professional, right? So this foundation level has got how many papers? Nine. Professional level, how many? 4. So for you to become an ACCA graduate, you'll have to do 13 papers. So, but somebody who comes to ACCA through the CPA route gets exempted from 9 papers. So you'll only do how many papers? 4, and you become an ACCA. And remember, ACCA graduates, you've got a world of opportunities. It's a global passport, a passport that will allow you to work in various countries. It's an international qualification. So it's really that qualification that I would want to recommend to all my followers, especially once you clear with your CPA, go the ACCA way. Why? I've told you it's an international qualification. Number 2, ACCA has partnered with Oxford Brookes University, where the students who have cleared ACCA fundamental level is like the foundation level. You only do one project known as the RAP, Research Analysis Project, with Oxford Brookes University, and then you have a first degree. And then, of course, from there, you straight away do the 4 professional papers. Once you clear the 4 professional papers and you become an ACCA graduate, you'll only write 2 papers at the University of London, which are basically those papers that are geared towards giving you the academic skills of referencing, how to do research, etc., which are at the end of the day, once you finish, then you'll be able to get a master's from the prestigious University of London. You only write 2 research papers, then you have a master's. Peter from Lodwar wants to do CFFE. This, of course, informs my diversification and innovation strategy. So it means that this CFE is quite popular. This is something that we'll have to talk about. Morgan Kiplimo, I'm not your student of CPA. Whatever you're doing is just encouraging to hit the road on this course. Yes, CPA, ladies and gentlemen, is a course that you can never, ever go wrong with. Of course, those that I've taught know that I'm an accomplished civil engineer who I don't know whether it was by luck, but it must have been by luck, right? Decided to do some CPAs. And right now, to tell you the truth, what is putting bread on my table is CPA. And of course ACCA. And for those students that I taught in the past, of course, I used to tell you that with CPA, you'll be able to see places. Look at what is even happening to me as well. I'm also seeing places. Like now I happen to be working for a global software company, right? Doing group consolidations, right? I'm a member of ISPAC board committee, right? So these are courses, if you do them, especially if you do them with an objective of not just passing an exam, with an objective, ladies and gentlemen, of understanding the contents of these papers, you will see places that you've never seen before. The way CPA has been structured, this is a qualification that once you are out there with it, people should not be able to tell whether you are a lawyer. People should be confused. And I think some of them should be able to think you're a lawyer. Others, in this case, should think that you're an economist. The moment, ladies and gentlemen, you understand your company law very well, for instance, where you are able, for example, to know the Solomon versus Solomon Company Limited, the concept of independence of an institution, a company, from the founders, the separate entity principle. Remember what happened under Solomon versus Solomon Company. Solomon was the founder of Solomon Company. He gave out some money to this company called Solomon Company. After some time, this Solomon Company got itself into problems, so they filed for bankruptcy. Usually they were sued by other creditors. So now here we are. The judge is trying to see, of course, there is that hierarchy, like who should be given cash earlier than the other. So the other creditors made a very solid argument saying that Salomon should not be counted like a creditor of this particular company because this company belongs to Salomon. And then, of course, the judge was able to issue, in this case here, a globally accepted judgment, which is being used, ladies and gentlemen, up to now. The judge said Salomon and Salomon Company are two different water entities. So if this gentleman had advanced money, ladies and gentlemen, then automatically he has also to be counted as a creditor, as an individual like that. So Salomon and the Salomon Company are two independent entities. And that is what, ladies and gentlemen, informs the concept of what that this company, which is an independent company from the promoters, from the founders, is an artificial person. It should be able to own what its own assets. The money that this company makes does not belong to you. And that is why you'll get students who have not understood the business concept very well. Students in this case here will go out there and get very good, for example, contracts with some county governments. These contracts are able to pay the company, say like 20 million, 30 million shillings, maybe in a span of 3-4 months. And then these buggers, they think straight away that this money is theirs. This money belongs to the company. And this is what I've been teaching today in the morning under leadership. This money, leadership and management, this money belongs to the company. Allow the company to grow as it is getting to work on these contracts. You as an individual, if it's Aura who owns, for example, RCM Online College, when this RCM Online College gets money, the money belongs to RCM Online College. Myself, the very best I could do is to ensure that I'm able to draw my salary as a director. And of course, whenever, ladies and gentlemen, I'm able to get like good cash flows out of my connections, like I've helped to look for business, then straight away what should happen is that I should be able to get like a commission. Like a commission. Great. So Ernest, I'm a BCom graduate accounting and currently doing CPA Part 2. Where do I need to start from with the ACCA, please? ACCA, of course, will give you exemptions on the basis of BCom. It can never give you exemptions on the basis of CPA, not unless you clear all your CPA papers. So if you want to take advantage of the exemptions of ACCA, I would recommend, first of all, you clear the entire CPA. Once you have cleared the entire CPA, then straight away walk to ACCA's office at Zepri Place, Zepri Plaza, which is next to TSC. TSC, third floor. You'll be able to get admission to the ACCA platform. And of course, those guys will be able to also advise you on the exemptions. But generally, the first 9 exemptions, in this case here, are available to you. I can see Sarah Ndungi, thank you, Mwalimu. I made it in SG and Section 6 in the November 20 exams through your RCM online classes. May God bless you. Amen. I told you that these online classes are game changers. They are game changers. The moment in this case here you join online classes, you can never go wrong. I normally sympathize with students. You'll always get students, in this case here, writing helter-skelter in the evening, that they are moving from, for example, Upper Hill to town to Dubla. They go for physical classes. I really sympathize. That commuting time is time you should be able to put into your watching over videos, right? And then if you recall, for the ones that I'm teaching even currently, our online classes here for the Zoom Live, these are 8 p.m. classes we handle after most students have reached home, 8 p.m. to around 9:40 p.m., right? So of course, most of those students that I've taught, you appreciate the fact that, first of all, I'll tell you that this is what we shall be covering in our next class. Please watch this video and this video. When I come there, this 1 hour, about 40 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, is quite a discussion platform. So if it is, for example, EPS, will be able to see how do we calculate weighted average number of shares in situations where there are bonus shares being issued. Yeah. So if it's advanced financial management, which I can see Bwana Roland saying the AFM guru. So these are things that are basically possible because of what here, the online platform. You can never go wrong with online classes. So with the online classes, the fees that we are charging, if you are coming to us through the blended learning. Blended is where we fuse through the videos. We give you videos and access to Zoom. Access to Zoom. We will charge you Kenya shilling 6,000 per paper. Kenya shilling 6,000 per paper. If you want just videos alone, we'll charge you 3,500. If you want Zoom alone, we'll charge you 3,500 for the Zoom. But the very best is to fuse the two and enjoy some economies there, 6,000, and then that automatically you will be sorted out. And in this case, of course, should you be wishing to talk to us, our number is 0719 525,000. 0719 525,000. Makori, I did section 4 in 2013. How can I come back and do section 5 and 6? Makori, this is the best time that you should be able to really come back and finish your CPA. Now we have what we call a new syllabus. With this new syllabus, if you happen to, in this case here, if you happen to sit for your exams this time round, this semester of December, and pass even in a single paper, then you'll be given a whole year to clear your syllabus without these three things. Listen, to clear your syllabus without these three things. The three things that you will be able to escape will be, number one, will not be asking you to go to internship for you to become a member of ISPAC. Remember now they have brought in some few issues. But now here you will be exempted from internship. You'll be exempted from specialization. You'll be exempted from the practical paper. Right? That is if you try exams in December. But in this case here, should you go to 2022 without trying any exam, automatically the three things that I've just mentioned will be applicable to you. Sifuna Mwalimu, thanks for your good work. You taught me ASFM in 2014. Do you offer the ACCA fundamental and professional papers? I don't want to cheat you for now. In the online platform, no, right? We have Sarah, about SG, that is okay. Good. There is another one that I saw here. Good. So, I believe the CPA results will be favorable to me so that I can do ACCA professional level. Yes, of course you'll pass with this transition. The transition you normally tend to give so many of you the transitional passes. So it shall be well. Keep on praying. It shall be well. Great. Is there anybody else who has any question before we close? I can see most of you were my past students. It's very good for you to keep on supporting your mwalimu, right? But remember right now the message is that now we are moving away from the physical classroom. Now it is about the online classes. Are they effective? Oh yes, they're very effective. Like now you guys are able to understand 1, 2, 3. And this is just a live class. I mean, with this kind of clarity, why would you want to struggle moving up and about? Like now the early morning classes, somebody leaves their house at 5 a.m., right? At times you go to a physical classroom, there is no teacher, right? International disaster. So the online classes are a game changer. You will be able to get access to quite a lot. So like now today, my SG class, SG has been renamed to Leadership and Management. I was able to straight away broadcast today's class of Leadership and Management from where? From Safari Park Hotel. And I was able to take them through the practical issues at a hotel, which needs a lot of management. Remember, under management, we have like what we call Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol gave us two basic principles of management, or rather two models of management. Number one, he's the gentleman who gave us the 5 functions of management, what we call the POCCC, POC. You know, in a hotel, like P stands for planning. There is quite a lot of planning to be done. And I was able to showcase this to my students. A good hotel will be able to predict. And they say that this weekend, we expect this number of guests. So in terms of our stores, do we have enough potatoes? Do we have this and this as per our menu? So a lot of planning. A lot of POCCO is organizing. A lot of, you must have structures. In a hotel setup, structures must be there. Everybody must be able to know who they report to. Otherwise, a hotel like Safari Park, which has got quite so many activities there, if there is no structure there, things will not work. Things will not work. There will be a problem there. So we have communications, like when I was moving around, I wanted to book their gym, because I would want, you can see I'm putting on a lot of weight. I would want to reduce weight a little bit here and there. So I could see communications, quite a lot of communications in terms of memos, right? Meaning that, communication is key. Once in this case here, communication ceases, even in a marriage platform, in a marriage setup, once you're not able to talk to your wife, once your wife is not able to talk to you, for example, for a month or two, trust me, things cannot run. The same for an organization. We need to keep on talking to each other. Talking with each other. Talking with each other. So communication is key. So I was able to take them through that. I was able to take them through what we call Elton Mayo. Elton Mayo is the father of what here? The School of Scientific... The father of the School of Human Relations. What matters most is how you are able to relate with your employees. It's not even about money. Remember, this is the gentleman who had taken some ladies, and he was able to have 2 groups. One group of these ladies who are doing sewing or sewing, it depends on the pronunciation that you prefer. So in America, General Electric, Houghton's plant. So weka mama namna hii. Wakiendelea kushona, this gentleman was increasing the lighting in the room. As he was increasing the lighting in the room, what was happening? What was happening, ladies and gentlemen, is that the productivity of those ladies was improving by the day. Akiongeza tu light namna hii, production ended you. So then Elton Mayo was in the process of trying to conclude that what matters most at the workplace are the working conditions. If the working conditions are hygienic, then automatically the productivity of workers will go up. But before he penned down that conclusion, we had, ladies and gentlemen, we had a total power blackout. And in America, a total power blackout is quite disastrous because of a lot of heat, which is, the weather there is very bad. But in darkness, trust you me, of course, what I expected is that in darkness, the productivity of these ladies here was to go down to 0. But it never did that. The productivity of these ladies did what here? Somebody went up 3 times. And then, of course, Elton Mayo was able to call each of those ladies one at a time to his office, ostensibly to ask them what magic transpired. I expected during total darkness that production was to go down to what here? Somebody to 0. Because darkness means that you could not see. As you guys were sewing, choma na ile sindano jarani, right? So those ladies told this gentleman one thing, that during our dark moments, when there was no electricity at all, Elton Mayo, you came and stayed with us in the plant. And that is, in this case here, what informs the concept of what here? You being there during problematic times. I know most of you will become managers. When you are a manager, whenever things don't work out in an organization, you should not be at the front line of running away. You've got to be there. Your presence there is very important. In case there are issues, always put yourself in the shoes of who? In the shoes of your employees. Through what he was able to call empathy. There is a difference, between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy, you look at this, for example, poor fella there, and then you say, all right, for sure this guy needs help. You sympathize. But at the end of the day, you don't put yourself in their shoes. When you're sympathizing here, you'll only, in this case here, feel sorry of the situation, but you walk away. But somebody, in this case here, who is empathizing, we look at this situation and say, hey, this guy is in problems, And of course, if I were in his shoes, then I would have expected to be helped. So you go out of your way to sacrifice and help. So in a hotel setup, look at some of these waiters. I mean, to be a waiter in a hotel is not a simple thing. These guys are running up and down. So if, for example, somebody comes and tells you that they've broken some glasses, I mean, as a manager, there are things you must look at. Of course, there is a company policy, but there are things you must also look at, right? Of course, if you're doing like profitability per employee. So you have, for example, this waiter is manning this table, and you can see the profits he's generating vis-a-vis the cost that he has incurred. I mean, these are things that you can try as much as possible to turn a blind eye towards. Because look at how much that person is earning. And then you come and say at the end of the month, cutlery, in this case here, broken 5,000. And maybe his net income is 20,000. I mean, which kind of a house do you live in Nairobi? I mean, what kind of lifestyle will you put this kind of a person to, right? So we need to really empathize. So it is about the concept of human relations. How do you relate with your colleagues? Are you, in this case here, that guy who puts himself up there like a demigod? There is nothing like being a demigod in this world. All of us are the same before the eyes of God. Only that you have got a privilege because you got, ladies and gentlemen, good parents or good support at the beginning of your life, careers, etc. The fact that these people are down there, don't look down on them. It's a privilege you have, which you need to thank you God for. Be of a help. Don't be that boss in this case here who is basically looking at their people being down there without getting any promotions. No, if they deserve, promote them. Promote them. It's about how you relate with your colleagues, which will basically make your productivity of your company to improve. Great. So I can see I have so many questions around. Right. So that is it. And I can see, ladies and gentlemen, most of them have asked about Advanced Excel. Advanced Excel classes are running. The cohort that I took in last week, will be finishing their session tomorrow evening. And then we give them certificates immediately, right? So after that, now we'll be able to take you guys a fresh cohort. Remember, this is basically a social responsibility thing that I'm exercising at an individual level. We are charging Kenya shillings 500, and with this Kenya shillings 500 for advanced Excel classes, trust you me, most organizations charge about 80,000 to teach you. And fortunately for me, mine is a practical Excel for accountants. So I'll be able to show you, for example, if you're given a trial balance, how do you use some ifs function to create an income statement, to create a balance sheet automatically. I know so many guys out there who are so good in Excel, but most of them are statisticians like that. They can't really teach you what you need for you to be super an advanced Excel user on matters of accountancy, on matters of accountancy. So I strongly believe that you guys need to join our Excel online classes. Again, remember me, I don't want to meet with anybody to teach. I've refused that. I want to enjoy economies of scale and, of course, be able to teach my classes from wherever I am. The only thing that I need to do is to carry my whiteboard. From there, I should be able to stream live my classes and, of course, be able to teach like that, right? So then we shall be able to have another class starting from Tuesday. Advanced Excel, and still we'll charge you the 500. We'll still charge you the 500. Great. I think I've spoken too much. Joans, I also want to inquire about CFA. Are you offering tuition for it? Not this semester, but from January semester, we'll be able to have an online class for CFA subjects. For now, what we have are CPA online classes for all the papers. I've partnered with wonderful teachers, a wonderful team that I am in charge of, which will be able to deliver, which has delivered over time online. So remember, the message today, ladies and gentlemen, was all about what here. Ensure at the end of the day that you utilize online platforms for you to be able to be an all-rounded accountant. After all, Your role, ladies and gentlemen, as accountants, is more moving to the virtual workspace. Even before Corona, ladies and gentlemen, accountants are supposed to be fully dependent on technology. So if here you are thinking like somebody who was born in 1950, that you can't embrace just a simple teleconferencing platform like Zoom, and even be able to share like your screen with your other students and explain a concept. How do you expect to become a premium accountant? You can't. You can't. For you to become a premium accountant, from the word go, from today, you need to start embracing what your technology. And embracing technology, of course, would mean that start by, first of all, investing in simple things. Like now, I'll be enabling you save quite a lot of money. Instead of paying, for example, a college per section, per whatever, 3 papers, 20,000, right? You'll be if you opt for videos alone or a Zoom class alone, you'll be paying us about 10,000. If you take like this 10 and get some money from somewhere, I mean, with about 20,000, you have a very good i5 machine. I normally sympathize. I normally sit in various committees where we interview accountants for senior roles, for CFOs and etc. You get somebody, of course, they have done MBA, they've done so many great qualifications, but these are guys who are even so poor in critical things. Somebody who can't even type fast. What kind of an accountant are you, honestly? And these are things that you need to start honing from the word go. Unapata mtu kwa Excel atapatiwa column, ati anaanza kusema ati ana highlight zote ana highlight zote, ati hapa jina zama auto sum. Hakuna. The moment I get like 4 numbers down there, I just put my cursor there, say alt equals, and it's able to add for me automatically. I should be able to copy this particular formula to various columns that I have. In terms of presentation, for example, if I'm working for Coca-Cola Kenya and my CEO would want to be getting performance, for example, region-wise, I should be able to develop dashboards. I should be able to be good in Power BI. You know, at times I keep on really laughing at some of my colleagues and students who keep on complaining that CPA is a bad course. I did my CPA and I'm getting 20,000. I'm getting 40,000 Kenya shillings. And I happen to be having like, say, 3 or 4 kids. Okay, you may not be having money, but don't have poverty of kids. Many kids, they're okay. Ladies and gentlemen, trust you me. I've been in this industry for so long. I've taught most of you the entire course. And I've been able to monitor your successes as we move on. Trust you me, if, ladies and gentlemen, you package yourself very well, you'll become a premium accountant in this country. A premium accountant will be getting like 700,000 net. It's quite achievable. You become a member of Capital Club, where in this case you'll not even be looking at any place when you're told that you need to pay $1 million shillings to join, and some significant fees every year to join Capital Club, right? Simply because you have that money. You are a premium accountant. Or go to sports club, Parklands. They used to charge 500,000 to enter. But I think now because of COVID, they have taken the amount a little bit lower to 350, like that. You will become a premium accountant. But how do you expect to become a premium accountant? Here you are running to a physical class that you can't understand things online. Somebody was telling me that day that he would want me to teach him Excel physical, that we sit down with him. I mean, that is not proper. I would need a situation where I'm able to share my screen with you. I teach you, for example, if it is the pivot tables, how do you slice and dice data to form various dashboards, which your managers need, right? And then, of course, after I finish, I also give you a platform where you share your screen with me, and then you'll be able to do what you will be able to showcase whether you have understood or not. This thing of interactions, ladies and gentlemen, will be coming to an end. You'll be surprised. Like today, I've also been talking to some parents. Many parents are even also opting for what here at parents of these kids, lower kids here, low level kids. They're opting for homeschooling. So homeschooling is a concept that will be gaining a lot of momentum very soon. Homeschooling. And that is what I'm telling you for CPA. It's either you study from home at the comfort of your sitting room or even bedroom or wherever, or from your office. That is the message that I came to preach here today. Basically, among us, the many advantages we'll be having here will be the concept of what here being technologically savvy. So that when I'm teaching my advanced FM, I expect you guys even to open some Excel worksheet. If I want to do something like net present value, at times you just open this Excel worksheet, know how to take the initial outflow, know how to put the cost of capital there, and the Excel is able to give you NPV, and then you compare this with your NPV calculate, and then automatically you will become quite good in this subject. And for your information, if you want to become a premium accountant, the number one model that you must really appreciate is Excel. I always tell my students, CPA students, it doesn't matter whether you have a PhD or whatever. If you don't know Excel, you are as good as nothing. You know me, I'm a mentor, and for once, you need to allow Mwalimu to get their knuckle and tell you the truth. Two things. If you don't know Excel, and then you don't have skills of report writing, you don't know how to use your conjunctions properly. Nevertheless, as you move to another paragraph, moreover, you don't know how to structure your reports. If you're told to write a performance report, you don't know. For example, if return on investment has gone down, how do you put that in form of a good paragraph? That is how you become a premium accountant. And these are things that I can help you. Right? But for now, I'm so sure you guys have got brothers and sisters. Even if you guys, I can see most of you like Magda Mwaneki. I thought Magda Mwaneki must have been over 5 years ago. So Magda Mwaneki, of course, I expect you guys have got brothers, sisters. I expect you to put these people to Mwalimu to do CPA. But please don't send them to town. Just buy them a laptop. Let these guys study from home. Any question now, I'm running away. Need the advanced Excel? Arab to my all-time lecturer, coming soon. I'm waiting for you. CIFA Online in January. Yes, Mien. In January, I promise you 100%. 100%. Finished CPA courtesy of RCM and Joshua Aura. I owe you so much. And Jairus, I'm able to remember this were among those guys that really put us into this online platform big time. Huyu Jairus, Masi Osingo, mwingine alikuwa Lokai, somebody. And you can remember Jairus during your times, we used to do over 100 students in Advanced FM. Over 100 students in Advanced FM online. Do you want to tell me that those guys are stupid? No. It is the time that has just come for this online platform. So then you guys have one assignment that ensure that this time round, Mwalimu will get over 1,000. I don't want so many students as well, but at least over 1,000 students on the online platform. It has been a pleasure having you tonight. Let me allow you to also look at other things, but please don't forget our number, 0719 525,000. 0719 525,000. Talk to us today. Bye-bye. In case you've got any issues, please call me. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Please share this good news with all your colleagues. And of course, this video will be left behind. I'll not delete it. You can always revisit it like that. So Aloy says he needs advanced Excel. I'll be in the next cohort. Bye-bye, which is starting on Tuesday. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank you.